The Litton is an award-winning country pub and boutique hotel in the village of Litton, right in the heart of the Mendip Hills. This 15th century inn and former mill has been beautifully renovated with 12 ensuite rooms. It's been featured in the Telegraph's list of the best pubs and bars in Somerset, scoring an impressive 9 out of 10 for style and character. The Litton is often described as one of Somerset's finest pubs, thanks to its stylish interiors, riverside gardens, unique atmosphere, and high quality locally sourced food. But is it one of the best places to stay in Somerset? I'm on a mission to find out as I explore the best overnight stays across the county. So if you enjoy watching me blow all my money on some lovely hotels, hit subscribe and follow along. So the room we're in is Chewton Head. Let's see what it's all about. So this is the room. Pretty swanky. Try and get a central shot. Oh, look at that for some symmetry. Right, let's have a little look. We've got this animal print chair, lots of funky designs and cushions and things. There's no wardrobe, so that's the extent of that. So if you're staying here for a long time, that's probably not ideal. You probably want more hangers than that. At the top of the bed, you've got like reclaimed wood with a stag's head. I think that's cool. I just think the stag's head's a little bit overdone. I'm gonna be honest in this video. I'm gonna be brutal. Sorry if I'm coming across as too harsh, but I just think that stag's head needs to be bigger or something different, something else. And then we've got these lights hanging down. These are really cool. I think that's a statement light. Sequins on the bed. Nice heavy weighted blanket. I'm sure that is a double and not a king. I'm sure in the listing it says this room in particular is a king. What do you think? That looks like a double to me, but we'll see. Coming over here, right, so we've got the mini bar. Right, let's look at the prices and then I'll show you what we've got. So spirits, Absolute vodka, £7.20, Jack Daniels, £7, £2.50 for a Coke, £2.50 for a Twix. I don't even know what hotel prices are for this kind of thing. They've got a good selection of stuff in the mini bar. Pringles, classic. Salt and vinegar are the best. Wine, water, which I'm assuming is complimentary. Oh, I did notice. I think this has just been through the dishwasher a few too many times. But lovely glass. It's really heavy and weighted. It'd be nice to have like a whiskey in there or something. Then you've got very modern looking minibar. Almost doesn't really look like a minibar. Kind of looks like just a glass cabinet that you'd store things in. Lots of different options depending on what you fancy. A fan. And this room in particular backs out onto this like garden area, and that, oh, you can see people actually. That is like a permanent sort of like yurt type thing where you can sit in the shade. We've just had a cocktail in there. Here they've got a printed walk that's been laminated. I really like that as an idea, so you can take it and bring it back. And then this is like the dresser area. Got some biscuits. 2 golden oat crumbles. Not sure if I've had those actually. And then this is a classic border butterscotch crunch. Those are actually my favourite. And then they've got in here, let's have a look in here. Look at this key, by the way. That's not going to go missing, is it? Actually, we just had it on like a wooden table downstairs. And I say that, I probably would have forgotten it because it's just blended in with the table. Right, so for teas, we've got English breakfast tea. It's mostly Clipper, peppermint. They've even got some hot chocolates. I like how they've got beams and stuff all around the room. Adds a lot of interest, and I love the stone. And this looks really plush as well. Going for like a nice mustard yellow. And then there is a TV just opposite the bed there, Samsung. It's not particularly big. I don't know whether it's smart or not. I'll find out. And a little mirror in the corner there. I think definitely you could say there's lots of personality to this. Right, let's check out the bathroom. Okay, bathroom. There's the loo. I mean, you know what a loo looks like. Sink, mirror, hello. Got a little pull-out thing here if you want to see all your pores. I don't really want to do that. And then we have got robes. I wasn't expecting robes because obviously like it's a pub, it's a spa, but I guess this like makes it a bit more luxury, which I like. And we got slippers as well, a treat for your feet. Although this is a little bit battered. I could do with replacing him. I'm just being honest, I just feel like I'm doing a detailed analysis here. And then this is the shower, nice like rainfall one, really spacious. All looks super clean as well. And then the products are Bramley, which are obviously known for being good quality. I just love that beam. I just think that makes the bathroom look so interesting. Okay, well, that's the room tour. I've just propped you on the bed, but first impressions, good. It is so busy in the pub. We actually couldn't get a parking space when we came originally, and then we had to like park down a lane. I mean, we were too early to check in anyway, and then came back and then just managed to squeeze in a parking space because someone was leaving. So this is an incredibly popular spot. So many people are here for food, it seems, so it's making me look forward to food tonight. Checking in was fine. We kind of just had to wait at the bar. I feel like I should specify that me and Josh have paid for this out of our own pocket. I'll let you know how much it is. I'll let you know like towards the end of the video, and you can see like overall if it was worth it, because we're here for breakfast as well. I'll show you a little bit of the area. Probably gonna go and get a cocktail now. I've been quite in my head today about filming for some reason. I just feel like I'm a bit out of touch. I haven't really filmed properly since March, so bear with me and let's go get a cocktail. That'll loosen me up a bit.
Oh, that's good to see it.
So we've just left the pub and we're on our way down to the reservoir. There's an upper reservoir and a lower one, and then there's a dam in between. There is a proper walking, God, I can't get my words out. There is a proper walking route you can follow. I'll put it in the description actually, because you can do this walk and come to the reservoirs, even obviously if you're not even going to the pub, or you can just like pop in for a drink. You obviously don't have to stay here, but it's just Litton itself is a really lovely little village. Yeah, really quiet. Obviously not much here because it's a village. Definitely a good base for walks, and then obviously you've got the pub afterwards for refreshments, and they've got really good bar snacks. We need to film the menu. They had these like chicken Kiev things with like curry sauce and what were the croquettes, Josh?
Ham and pea.
Yeah, ham and pea croquettes with like a tomato aioli or something. It all sounds like really unusual. So I don't know whether we'll have some snacks later. The idea is to try and get some drone footage now at golden hour. See how that goes. Did some research earlier, and apparently the reservoir is full of trout. And I did spot that there's trout on the menu at the Litton, so I'm wondering if it's caught here. I might actually ask that, because if it is, I feel like I have to have the trout. There's loads of other wildlife here. You're more than likely to see a heron or an egret. Good morning. Sleep update. Didn't actually sleep the best. I don't think I can blame the Litton for that. Could have been just how much alcohol we drank. It was a very hot night. We were here on a very hot August bank holiday weekend. So, not feeling the freshest this morning, but gonna go have breakfast and then give you the lowdown on everything then, and also let you know the price and my overall rating of the Litton and whether I think it's a good place to stay in Somerset. So I will see you at breakfast. So we just come back from breakfast, just had a shower, and I'm going to do a roundup of the stay and our overall thoughts. I've got a bit of a list. This is quite a lot to get through when you're doing an overnight stay. This is a lot more stressful than I thought it was going to be because we've got to check out in about 20 minutes, so I've got to hurry up. So first of all, let's talk about food. The food overall was amazing, I would say. Top quality food. I can see why people rate this as a place to come and have a really good meal. I've heard people say that. The cocktails that we had, I had a Negroni, Josh had this like pistachio martini thing. They were both really well balanced and presented. And then our evening meal, we had fish and chips, you will have seen. Again, really good. The chips were like those chunky, proper chunky pub chips, and they had the skin on, which I really liked. Fish tasted fresh. The stuff that came with it was really nice. And they had Stokes ketchup as well, which was a bit of a treat because that's a really expensive condiment here in the UK. Service and staff have all been amazing, especially for a pub. I wasn't expecting it to be as attentive as it was. Like everyone here feels like they take pride in what they do. Everyone was coming over to like ask if we wanted more drinks, checking on our food, even like just the cocktail service when we just had a cocktail. She was really lovely. And the boys on the bar were really quick. I couldn't really fault the service here. Definitely great for service. Let's talk briefly about the room. So already did the room tour, but final reflections on it. I do think that it is on the smaller side, so it's nice and snug, but it definitely has everything that you need, bar probably a proper wardrobe. I can see what the Telegraph was saying when they called this a stylish pub. I think that it's been decorated really tastefully. Someone who's like, they've obviously spent a lot of money on this hotel and he whoever's done it really knows what they're doing. Everything looks really, really well done, quality, tasteful. Oh, we'll just say though that the TV, because I did say before, the TV wasn't smart. It just had free view, which I imagine wouldn't be a problem for most people. Like I said, we didn't have the best night's sleep, but I think that was like mostly on us because we drank and ate a lot, and it was a hot August bank holiday. They've put a fan in the room, so they've tried their best to keep it cool. I would say my main gripe with the bed though was that they did advertise it as a king size, and we checked that online, and this particular room does say it's got a king size bed, and it's a double. I mean, we've got a king back at home, and we just felt like we had a lot less room, so I think it is definitely a double. Let's talk briefly about location. The pub itself is obviously in a remote setting. They call it a destination pub, so really you just come here for the pub. But the pub itself is huge. Like, you will have seen visuals of it. There's plenty of like little nooks and crannies to explore and outside bits. Obviously, you've got the walk to the reservoir, and there's other walks you can do in the area. But bar that, you will have to get in a car to go to places like Wells, Bath, Bristol. Like, major places aren't convenient to this, really. So just bear that in mind. It's more of like a getaway than somewhere you would go to be central, I would say. Forgot to mention breakfast. Breakfast, again, on the food front, really, really good. Super attentive. I had the veggie breakfast and Josh had the meat breakfast. They did run out of veggie sausages, so I just like subbed it for a real sausage because I'm not actually veggie. I just really fancied the halloumi that came with the veggie breakfast. But it was really well presented. Everything was really tasty. The produce was all like good quality. Basically what you'd expect for a really, really good breakfast, and I know that they're known for their breakfast. There was like a continental section that we didn't really use because it wasn't super well stocked. It would have been nice to have some like pastries or something maybe. I would say overall score, taking everything into account and how much we enjoyed the whole stay, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. I think it's a really good place to stay. I do think that it might be nicer in like autumn and winter. They've got a lot of different like log burners, and they've got like an outside fire, and the outside spaces are undercover. So I feel like this could be a really nice place for like a cozier autumn winter break, and I feel like the issue with the hot room wouldn't be an issue then. It would just be nice and cozy and warm. Finally, the cost was £165 for the night, and that was including breakfast, and then obviously we got all our extras on top of it. So overall, I think that's like pretty fair. Yeah, it seems like it is a flat rate whenever you come. So yeah, let me know if you think that it was worth it. Would you consider coming to stay here? If you enjoyed this style of video, let me know. It's my first one, so I was very much trying a new approach. We've got 2 more stays booked that are coming soon, so subscribe if you want to see those. I'm on the hunt to find the best places to stay in Somerset. Is this one of them? I guess time will tell.